sto intervistando Sherry Hormann, la regista del film A Regular Woman, che è una delle anteprime italiane per l'edizione di quest'anno di Sguardi altrove Film Festival nella sezione Nuovi Sguardi. È un film che è stato segnalato al Tribeca Film Festival e ha ricevuto altri film importanti, altri premi, scusate, molto, molto importanti, ed è un film in se stesso estremamente importante perché è una biografia drammatica, ma soprattutto è la storia di una scelta di libertà da parte di una giovane ragazza turca. È una storia di una scelta di libertà rispetto a se stessa, quindi con un grande coraggio, una grande determinazione, e rispetto alla propria cultura, perché lei vive a Berlino, ma è una ragazza musulmana legata alla sua tradizione culturale. La famiglia l'ha fatta sposare molto presto, lei ha il coraggio di separarsi da questo marito e a decidere di vivere una vita da sola con questo figlio. Questo crea un enorme contrasto con la sua famiglia d'origine e viene uccisa nel 2005 a Berlino. Un ennesimo femminicidio che però si colloca in un contesto ancora più ampio, cioè non che gli altri femminicidi non ce l'abbiano, ma in questo caso apre della forza di questo film, perché riapre ancora un enorme dibattito, che è quello sull'integrazione e dell'incontro tra le due culture, perché io sono convinta che Ainur Suruku, che è la protagonista, è riuscita anche a fare questa grande scelta grazie anche ad un incontro, al fatto che vivesse a Berlino e che avesse questa possibilità anche di conoscere una cultura alternativa. Non che una sia dannosa rispetto all'altra, ma che le rigidità di alcune culture, e di tutte anche nella nostra, creano degli enormi drammi. Sherry Hormann è con noi e ci racconterà la ragione. Lei ha fatto altri film estremamente importanti dove le donne sono delle donne coraggiose. E Sherry in un'intervista recente ha detto una cosa molto, molto importante, che è your mantra, Sherry. Fear is a reaction, courage is a decision. And I agree with you, totally agree with you. Bene, adesso inizio appunto a chiedere a Sherry di questo. Sherry, so I just done a presentation about your film, and I just told you that the story is a biopic, a dramatic biopic, but it's not an original choose for you, because you have already do some film that about true stories from the reality. So not original, not is your choose, your precious choice. You want to talk about that for us?
Well, I have to say, first of all, I'm very happy that your festival takes place.
Thank you.
That, no, really, it's talking about courage, okay?
We're also happy to have your film.
Yeah, no, and it's really, I'm very happy because these days, the parallel community societies within our cities, we tend to forget them. So I think A Regular Woman really has a chance now to bring back a focus on what's going on besides COVID-19. So, you know, to see, and I'm really struck by real stories, because all these women, you go to Desert Flower, we talk about female mutilation, Morris Deary, we talk about Natasha Kampusch, the 12-year-old girl who was kept in a cave. We talk about A Regular Woman, Ainur. These are all women / girls who really withstood, yeah, the system of being a victim. They decided not to be a victim against all odds. And this really blows me away to know and to have the privilege to go deeper into their stories.
Yes, and this is the mood of our festival. We
Oh,
want we know, and we want to talk about to tell the story of women that are not victims
mm,
and decided to choose all against all odds. The problem is that sometimes there are too much odds. But we can try always to do that. So it's very interesting, the theme of the film also, because I want to know, you have, for writing a script, you can be in contact with the community, the church community. How long you stay with them, or you want to talk about that?
yeah, sure. We shot on original locations. So we shot within the community, and we were not welcomed, not at all. So first of all, I had to go to sort of a godfather of the Turkish Kurdish community within Berlin at Cottbusser, which is like the circle, the inner circle. And we were sitting there, and he said, "We have a problem here." I said, "What's the problem?" And he said, "First of all, you're not Turkish or Kurdish, you're German American. And second, you are a woman." I said, "We live in the 21st century. Where's the problem here?" And he said, "You have to convince me why you want to do this movie. And then I give you all security, because without security, you won't be able to shoot." So I tried to convince him, and I said, "You have a daughter. So, I mean, and you knew I knew her. And you could have had protected her, and you didn't." And he said, "Yeah, you're right." And I said, "What is it about that we always say this is the culture of African culture, European culture, Italian, German, blah, 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 American culture, but we are all human beings. So when it comes to how do I look for my own self-determination, my own freedom, how do I fight against cultural rituals? It comes to a human decision. And this is far beyond where I come from. Yeah. So, yeah, he said, "How many security do you need?" I said, "You decide, I don't know." And we went from there. And then he went to the premiere. It was great. And he had tears in his eyes, and he said, "Thank you." So you can always try not to give up, you know?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the other thing very important is not only about feminicide, but all is a problem of the integration of the different cultures. And you give us a good example of to try. You know, I went to talk, go to talk with them, try to keep in touch with them, with this community. And how do you think about that? Because also this traditional culture become more rigid, become more strict when they in another country instead of our.
Sure, because we talk about integration, but we fail to integrate. And we talk about integration now for 30 years, at least in Berlin, Germany. But we can see that there is sort of inner barriers. Yeah, there are communities that work together very well, and others that really fall out of the loop. And we really started to screen the movie in schools. We really went to schools. We went to Neukölln, which is a very, very Turkish, Kurdish, strong community, also where Aino went to school. And we tried to get young women and girls to see the movie, yeah? Because, I mean, I'm very, very grateful. This was a really good success in Germany, the movie, which is a big surprise, I have to say, for that kind of a movie. But we also succeeded in to have those watch the movie who would normally not watch the movie.
Yeah, I think that is a goal. the important is to contact other public, a different public, just for, because in your film it can become an example for really.
I think, yeah, exactly. And the trick is not to be too pedagogic, not to be like a teacher.
No. Just to tell a story and just to tell a story and permit to the different public to know.
Exactly, but also bring in humor, because humor is a great weapon. So if you make people laugh, they forget about that they're watching something very serious, because life is like being sad and funny at the same time, right? So, and bring in the language of the kids, bring in their kind of music they love to listen, bring in life, and then you say, boom, all of a sudden, life stops. Your own brother puts a weapon at your face and kills you. But so when people will watch the movie in Milano, you can tell them that they will be filled with energy when they get out of the movie, which is my really goal, to say, hey, cool, I can live my life.
Yeah, I think so. I understand that, and I think also the choice that you have done of the language, because that's the beginning of the film. It's Ainur is at the first second she is a protagonist of the film, and the idea that she is, it's very, very strong, and I think it's a fantastic idea, because immediately the people can keep in touch, can contact with her, but with a strong way, not she's like I'm a victim, not it's immediately clear what you have decided to do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I have just another question, and then because no, I think it's and now the community, the Turkish community, has seen this film now. Yeah, and what is the reaction? What you told me about the school.
So we really succeeded in bringing in discussions. There is, how shall I put it? We have a very, very courageous lawyer, Seren Ateş, who really fights a lot in Germany. And she is really traveling with this movie into the communities. So the movie created its own journey, I would say. And it's interesting that you start with a vision, and all of a sudden the movie, it's like with Desert Flower, which the movie we talked about before. And this is already 10 years old, but some movies have the tendency to pack their own suitcase and say, okay, and not like I'm on a mission, but it says, okay, some people want to watch me who won't watch the movie normally, and this is great. So
I don't think it's a mission, but it's a choose.
Yeah.
It's important. Sometimes anyone chooses, so you have to tell these stories, and I think,
which is great, because many young men watch this movie as well, which I think is terrific.
And which is the reaction?
The reaction is sort of, I want to see a cool girl on screen. And this can't be possible. And there is sort of a curiosity, and also really a development of open-mindedness, and discussions as well. So, and I think this is great.
Yeah, okay. In your next film, are you working about an idea? Or you have an idea?
Yeah, I'm working on several things, and I'm working on love. I want to explore love now.
Explore love?
I want to see how you can really have, because this is, when you deal with so many very, very tough topics, as I did in the past 10 years, once there's a moment when you see this longing for being touched in the smallest moments. And that will be the next exploration.
Okay, and the last one, and is for you, it would be difficult to be director, to become a director?
Was it difficult to become a director?
Yeah.
Well, I think I was my own obstacle as well, because self-confidence is not my strongest suit, I tell you. In the morning, I look into the mirror and say, okay, how do I put myself together?
Yeah, okay, but I think we are old to do this.
Every time I think, am I, will I really succeed? So it's not that you did several movies and then oh, okay, I'm cool. No. With every movie, you start again. And I think these self-doubts and the questioning is also a certain motivator as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sherry.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
tell you the end of the festival, and see you soon for the next year.
Thank you. So I wish you best luck. Okay. Also privately. Take care.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.